to you, my fellow Gooners, and welcome to ArsenalTV. This is my preview for Burnley versus Arsenal at Turf Moor, 2 o'clock kickoff UK time in the Premier League. Now, what do we know about Burnley? Well, Burnley are currently sitting 13th on the Premier League table with 9 wins, 3 draws and 12 losses, and they're currently on 30 points. Burnley, going into this game, they're coming back off 2 back-to-back victories, and they are looking to make it a hat-trick against Arsenal and getting 3 wins on the bounce. Sean Dyche has got Burnley playing some really great football, and they are actually in really good form at the moment. Now, Burnley's previous results have been a 2-0 win against Man United away from home. Then they won 2-1 against Leicester at home. They lost 3-0 against Chelsea away from home. Then they lost 2-1 against Aston Villa at home. And then they lost 2-0 against Man United at home. Now, what I want to talk about, I want to talk about Burnley's characteristics that they have at the moment. And, you know, their strengths, their weaknesses, and talk about Burnley's style of play. Now, Burnley's characteristics. Now, their strengths are their aerial duos. They are very strong at doing that. Protecting a lead. So if they go 1-0 up, 2-0, they are very good at protecting that lead. Very good at it. Now, they're very good at attacking set pieces. They're very strong at doing that. And defending set pieces. They are very good with that as well. Now, obviously, as we know, that Burnley are a very physical side as well, and they have got very good physical players. Now, their weaknesses. One of their weakness is keeping possession of the ball. They're not very good at keeping possession. Avoiding fouls in dangerous areas. They are not very good at that either. Now, they are very weak at avoiding offsides. They are very weak at that. Defending against long shots. They're also very weak about that. And defending counter-attacks. They're also very weak at that as well. Now, in terms of Burnley's style of play, well, they like to play long balls over the top. They're very good at that. They don't normally play out from the back as much as they used to, and that's why they're now playing long balls over the top. Now, they like to, when they get to that bar line, they do like to attempt crosses as often as they can when they get into that final third. That's one thing that they are very good. They like to attack teams through the middle of the park. They also like to try and get in your channels, but also through the middle. They don't really attack the flanks as much. If they know that there is a bit of an opening on the flank, then they will attack it if they can't get through the middle. But the majority of the time, in terms of their style of play, the majority of it is normally through the middle. They like to play with width in the team, and they like to take a lot of shots on at the opposition. They're very consistent with that. Because they normally say, well, if you don't take shots, you're not really going to score any goals, are you? So, and another thing that's good about Burnley is that Burnley have got a consistent starting 11. Now, mostly every week, their starting 11 is very consistent. Maybe it's not as consistent, you know, as they would like due to injuries and whatnot. But the majority of their time, their starting 11 is consistent. What do we know about Arsenal? Arsenal, as we know, have signed 2 new players. Pablo Mali from Flamengo, and we've also signed Cedric Soares on loan from Southampton. They are both on loan deals, and at the moment I'm quite happy with the 2 signings that we brought in, because the board and, you know, the Edu, he's brought in the players that the areas needed covering, i.e. the centre-back position needed covering. Because if we didn't brought anyone, we would have only had 3 centre-backs. So a centre-back really did need to come in. A right-back also needed to come in. So I'm quite happy with that, because maybe now that where Arsenal have now brought in the right-back, maybe now this is the option where to put Ainsley Maitland-Niles in his natural position in the midfield. So I'm quite happy with the 2 signings that we've brought in. But for this game against Burnley, I don't think that they're going to start. I really don't. But let's just see what happens. In the Premier League, Arsenal are actually winless in 3 consecutive top flight games at the moment. We haven't won no games in the last 3. Now, what I've noticed with Arsenal this season, now the majority of the games that we have drew this season, we would have lost last season. So I do think that we are going in the right direction, and I'm very, very happy in terms of the way everything is going at the moment at Arsenal. Now, the key things for this game against Burnley, I reckon that Arsenal need to stay focused. It's all about energy in this game. Try and keep in the possession more. But I do believe that Burnley will grab their opportunity if we don't actually get a foothold in this game. I honestly do think that if we don't come out with all guns blazing and come out from the get-go and try and keep possession the majority of the game, if we lose it, then I wouldn't be surprised if Burnley actually try and go for a win against us. So I do think this will be a tough afternoon at Turf Moor for Mikel Arteta if we don't get a foothold in this game. So guys, with that said, I'm going to get into my predicted lineup for this game. I'm going with what I would personally go with, not what Mikel Arteta would go with. So starting off in goal, and I'm going to go with Bernd Leno. Pretty straightforward choice. Every time I do a preview, this is the main one that's very straightforward. It's Bernd Leno in goal for the Premier League games. No problem whatsoever with him. So I'm going to go with Bernd Leno. We're going to go to the defensive area, the back 4. First off, at right back, I'm going to go with Hector Bellerin. Now, do you know what? With Bellerin coming back from his injury, playing against Chelsea, playing against Bournemouth, he's actually been playing all right. He's been playing okay. I do still feel that he needs to try and get his pace back up again like it used to. But we need to give him time from his injury. But he's doing the job. He's doing the business at the minute. And I don't see Arteta dropping him anytime soon. So I'm going to go with Hector Bellerin. Playing at left back, I'm going to go with Bukayo Saka. I think Saka's been playing brilliant in that left back position. And I think this is the reason why the Arsenal hasn't gone to get a left back in terms of the January. And I don't think we might be looking for one in the summer either. Maybe Bukayo Saka is actually making that position his at the moment. So that's what I'm going to go with, Bukayo Saka. We're going to go to the 2 centre-halves. First off, I'm going to go with David Luiz. I know David Luiz is back from his suspension now, and I think he's been playing great. I think he's been one of the most improved players under Mikel Arteta. So I'm quite happy in terms of the way David Luiz is playing. But I'm going to go with David Luiz. Playing alongside him, I'm going to go with Sokratis. I don't think Sokratis has been playing too badly in recent games. I would like to see that bit of aggressiveness from him. So yeah, I've got no problem with putting Sokratis in there. We'll go to the midfield pivot, the 2 that sit in front. First off, I am going to go with Lucas Torreira. I think Lucas Torreira has been absolutely brilliant. You play him in his natural position and he will do the business and he will do the dirty work. And I've got no problem with Torreira whatsoever. So that's what I'm going to go with, Lucas Torreira. Playing alongside him, I'm going to go with Granit Xhaka. I'm quite happy in the way Granit Xhaka is playing at the minute. Very, very happy with him. I would like to see him spray the balls out a bit better. Maybe if he's got an extra 10 yards in front of him, actually drive, go forward, instead of, spraying the balls out. But at the moment, I've been impressed with him so far. So I'm going to go with Granit Xhaka. We're going to go to the attacking area, the 3 that sit in front. First off, out on the right, I'm going to go with Nicolas Pepe. I think Nicolas Pepe has been playing well. I think he is now slowly, gradually getting, adapted to the speed of the Premier League, the pace of it. And I think the best is yet to come. Give him time. Give him time, and I think he will produce the goods. So I'm going to go with Nicolas Pepe. Playing out on that left-hand side, I'm going to go with Gabriel Martinelli. You can't drop him. I'm sorry, you can't drop him. He's been playing brilliant. I've got no problem with him playing on that left-hand side. He's got a great relationship with Saka on that left-hand side as well. Every game that he's played since Aubameyang has been suspended, he's producing. And I've got no problem whatsoever. And I'm not going to drop him. So I'm going to go with Gabriel Martinelli. Playing in that number 10 role, in the middle of the three, I'm going to go with Joe Willock. I think Joe Willock deserves a chance in playing in that centre attacking midfield role. He's got the energy to drive forward. I think Mesut Ozil has sort of gone back into his shell a little bit. But with Joe Willock, he's got energy, and that's what we need. So I'm going to go with Joe Willock. Playing up front as a leading striker, I'm going to go with Pierre-Emerick Aubameyang. Now, an interesting stat about him, he's actually scored 63.4% of our away goals this season. And he scored quite a few goals against Burnley. And I think he will be looking to add to that tally as well against them. He's our leading scorer for the club. And I've got no doubt in my mind he will score in this game as well. So yeah, in terms of the way Martinelli's been playing, Aubameyang needs to step up his game. He needs to step up. And I've got no problem that he will do that. Now, I think Lacazette needs to be dropped. Let him get his head together. Let him get his thoughts together. Because I don't honestly think that Lacazette's been playing that great. He's misfiring in front of goal. He's taking unnecessarily touches that he doesn't even need. So I reckon for this game, I would leave Lacazette out and actually go with Aubameyang. So guys, that has been my preview. That has been my predicted lineup. Let me know in the comments box. As always, do you agree or do you disagree? What you would keep, what you would change, and let me know of your predicted score. My predicted score for this game, I don't want nothing more than a win. Because if Arsenal win, we go 9th in the Premier League if we win. So please, Arsenal, I don't want another draw, please. So for this game, I'm going to go with a Arsenal 2-1 win. Guys, if you are new to Arsenal TV, you know what to do. Smash that subscribe button. Make sure you're hitting that notification bell so you do not miss another upload. Making sure you're hitting that thumbs up button, which is very, very important. And making sure you are leaving your comments below. Guys, until my players' ratings after the game, I will see you lot soon. I am out of here.